I can't believe it. Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns has requested a trade. Do you know how bad we need a elite defensive end who could play the run and play the pass? Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commander.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dream Team Buddha coming back to you with another episode of Everything Commanders. It's Myles Garrett coming to DC, Washington, DC. You know how bad we could use an elite defensive end? Before we get into that video, make sure you do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Turn that bell notification on so you can get all the notifications to all the videos as they drop. Let's get right into it. All right, so the reports came out earlier. Adam Schefter dropped a tweet saying that Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns has requested a trade. Now, that's a lot of trades popping up out of nowhere. I know it's in NBA. You see Luka going to the LA Lakers. Then you see Myles Garrett trying to get into that conversation. Now, I know NFL and NBA is two different situations, but it's a lot of trades been going on out there. And, you know, the Commanders, we need ourselves an elite defensive end. Somebody that can stop the run and rush the passer. Myles Garrett is only like, 28, 29? What you think? You think we should go after Myles Garrett? I'm going to tell you what I think. Myles Garrett, if the team made a decision to go after him and you know, propose a trade that could possibly bring him to Washington, D.C., I would be all for it. Now, would I rather us go trade for him? Nah, I'm one of those guys that would rather, you know, get it through the draft and build the guy up so that way we can have 4 years and kind of get a lot out of him and, you know, groom the players to the way Commanders should play, you know. Now, it's not often that you see an elite player, you know, up for a trade. So this is kind of like different. So it depends on what we had to give up to get them, because you know they're gonna want their money. They're gonna run me them coins. They know they're gonna want it because Myles Garrett is worth everything. He's worth all that and a bag of chips, like they would say. He's one of the top pass rushers in the league. Like if not number one, he's top 3. It ain't too many that's actually better than him. You know what I'm saying? So now, first of all, I don't even think the Cleveland Browns is going to actually go through with a trade. I mean, he just got a contract extension. I don't know if it was last year, this year. It was recent. He got a contract extension because they trying to keep him there. But you know, Myles Garrett, he don't want to be playing for a trash team no more. You know, no disrespect to the Browns, but it's a lot of uncertainty going on over there. You got your quarterback that keep getting hurt out of nowhere. They don't really have a quarterback. Maybe they're going to draft a quarterback. So that window for him to actually be successful and have a chance at winning Super Bowl, because that's what these players, that's what they play the game for. They play the game to enter the NFL and try to compete for championships each year. And over there in Cleveland, it don't look like that's going to happen. Now, Cleveland got some great young defenders over there. They got Newsom. They got Ward. They got Del Pitt. They got some nice weapons over there. JOK. They got some nice weapons over there. But at the same time, they don't have a quarterback. I don't think Deshaun Watson is it no more. I think his time is up, but I ain't writing them off, but I just feel like, you know, he's definitely not worth what they paying him, that fully guaranteed contract. So, you know, he want to get on the winning team, and I think we have a great chance at getting him. Only if AP willing to go out there and get him, because if AP, it's got to be on AP. You know, I know us as fans, we, you know, soon somebody out there that we can go obtain, and the first thing we start doing is drawing up scenarios. Ooh, maybe we can give up this. Maybe we can give up that. But, you know, AP, you know, we got to let him do his job. You know, nobody thought that we was going to actually get Marshawn Lattimore. When he was first, it was word that he was asking for a trade, or they was going to trade him, should I say. Not asking for a trade. But we didn't think we was going to get him. And look at AP. Chef AP cooked up. And we got him here. Now, some of y'all feel a certain type of way about getting Marshawn Lattimore because we really haven't got a return on our investment just yet. Because in the big games that we needed him for, he really didn't show up like we needed him to. But like Coach said, he was forced into a tough situation. Give him the off season. Let him heal up completely. Let him get his feet up on him completely. Let him get well rooted in the scheme because we're keeping our coordinators, our defense and offensive coordinator, going into the off season. That's a great thing. You don't see that for a lot of young quarterbacks. After year one, they switch up and they get another coordinator. The year after, they get another coordinator. But with us, we are fortunate to be able to keep our same staff, our same head coach, our same offensive defensive coordinator that matters the most. So we got a lot of stability going on over here at Commanders. And I know that's like kind of like shocking to say because it hasn't been that way over the past few years. But, you know, we on the up right now. So we got a great chance at success over here. We building something amazing over here. We just breaking the surface. We made it to the NFC Championship in this first year of having a quarterback. It's our first year of having. Now, Jaden Davis is one of the ones. Now, the Bears got themselves a quarterback too. I wouldn't down talk Caleb Williams or Bo Nix or Penix over there in Atlanta or none of that. Like, or Drake May in New England. But at the same time, not every quarterback is Jaden Daniels. We all know that. But when you got yourself a quarterback, then you can start to build around that quarterback. And right now, we need weapons. That's why I say, what are you willing to give up to go get the likes of a Myles Garrett? Cause me, I'm being stingy with my. I'm kind of hold on. I know Myles Garrett is that. He's that dude, literally. But at the end of the day, you have to evaluate all scenarios. Like, we have the cap space, we have the draft picks. We can make some trades, but it's just like he might be too expensive. To be honest with you, he might be too expensive. That's how I feel. He might be too expensive. So at the same time, man, however they come up with it and whatever they're gonna do, I'm gonna support it regardless. What y'all think? Would you want Myles Garrett to be here in Washington? Will you be willing to give up multiple picks, possibly a couple players? Because he's not going to be cheap. He's not going to be a Marshawn Lattimore cheap deal. Now, it was at the trade deadline, say, and he wasn't having a great season, you may can get him for on a discount. But we talk about Myles Garrett. The last 4 years, he had over 14 sacks. Each year, consistently. He has over 100 sacks already. He's only played in the league for like 6 or 7 years. 6, 7, maybe 8 years. I don't know how I look at it. But he has already over 100 sacks. He is elite. The same type of situation if we was to go get Micah Parsons. But Micah Parsons is younger. So you be giving up the whole house to get him. So you got to think about it. If you want Myles Garrett here, what are you willing to give up for Myles Garrett? We need wide receiver. We still trying to see if we can get. We trying to see if we can get T. Higgins. If they willing to trade him, which I doubt they're going to trade him because they're going to just franchise tag him. He already said he's willing to take less to stay with the Cincinnati Bengals. What are you willing to give up to get the likes of a Myles Garrett? I'm stingy. I know I probably would like to give up. I would give up the first this year. I would give up the first this year. I would possibly give up a second next year and a player. But that ain't enough. You're going to have to give up 2 firsts and a whole boatload of other stuff. That's what I believe. But I ain't putting nothing past AP because AP is him. and he may work up a deal that could possibly get him here. And he already got a contract that's he making a lot of money. So, I mean, even though we got the cap space because we could do stuff right now because Jaden Daniels is young right now. He's young. His first year, he don't get paid for another 2 to 3 years. So we can make some moves. We in win mode now. We in win right now mode. We got unfinished business. So I'm gonna ask you again. What are you willing to give up to get the likes of a Myles Garrett? Because you got to be real with it. You got to be real with it. I know in the fantasy world, we would love to get him for chump change or this, that, and the fourth, but what are you willing to give up? Myles Garrett is him. Go check his stats. Go look at the tape. He is better than any defensive lineman we got on our team right now. And you can say what you want about Chase Young and Montez Sweat when they used to be here. They ain't nothing like Myles Garrett. The only thing they were great at, well, I ain't going to say great. Only thing they were good at was stopping the run. They wasn't getting too much production going as far as getting sacks. But when it comes to the likes of a Myles Garrett, ain't no excuses. He getting to that quarterback. The last 4 seasons, the man has put up 56 sacks in the last 4 seasons. We talk about greatness. Greatness. People triple team him, double. They do whatever they can do, chip him, and he still gets sacks. He will have a 2 to 3 sack game on you out of nowhere. Easy work. But just the Browns ain't that good. So we don't know what they're going to do. I would like to get Greg Newsome from over there. It's a lot of moving pieces that I would like to have in Washington this all season. We just got to sit and wait. Are you willing to spend all your capital to get this one guy, or are you willing to spread it out? Spread it out to get all the pieces that you need. Now, you can't fix a whole roster in 1 or 2 seasons. But you for damn sure can do great things if you get Myles Garrett and put him on that defensive end. So just take some time to think about that, because I know we throwing stuff out there. So it get tricky. And then another thing I want to talk about, I made a video. I talked about it the other day, and I spoke on the news that was going around about the uniforms and about the name change. And I didn't know if it was a smoke screen or not. And it's been a lot of speculation going on over the past, since we went to the Commanders. And since the new ownership group came in here, since Josh Harris and them came in here, it's been so much speculation on will the team go back to being the Redskins? Will we get the Redskins logo back? Will we change the name? I want to be Red Wolves, Red Tails, whatever they came up with. Everybody was speculating and saying they want this, they want that. It's been 2 years, and a lot of people still complaining. And I feel for you, and I understand where you're coming from. But if you love the team, regardless of what the name is, you're going to support that team. I love my Commanders, burgundy and gold, all day. Okay, I love them. I don't care what the name is. I'm going to ride for my squad. I'm going to support my squad. Because it's in me, not on me. I bleed that burgundy and gold. So regardless of what the team name is, I'm going to ride for my team. Josh Harris said today, changing the name from Commanders is the last thing on their mind. They ain't even thinking about it. In fact, he even said that the Commanders name means something now. He's saying that the Commanders name is something that it got a lot of meaning to it now. At first, it was just a name. There's so many memories behind Commanders. Like, we had one hell of a year. One of the best rookie seasons, one of the best second-year seasons for an organization build ever. Especially, we ain't even got to talk about Jaden. We all know what JD5 did. He set so many records. The greatest rookie quarterback ever. Records are made to be broken, but he's the greatest ever. Ain't no telling how great he's going to be over his career. We got us a great quarterback for the next 10 to 15 years, as long as he's willing to play. The Commanders isn't going anywhere. Now, however, it's many things, it's a multitude of things that you can do to kind of represent the old team, like throwback uniforms or stuff like that. That way you can get a taste of a flashback of, the team from previous years. So, but I really don't want to say let it go, because it's hard for me to tell y'all let it go, because you feel how you feel. A lot of y'all just can't let it go. And at the end of the day, I ain't mad at you. That's how you process things. But I'm in the real world, Commanders fan to Commanders fan. Right now, it ain't happening. I don't know if it's gonna happen in the near future, but right now, fam, it's not gonna happen. And if it do, I'd be shocked. So it's time to let that go. It's time to let it go. As far as the stadium go, and which city, which state we're gonna be in, he talked about that, and he was saying that DC, although they went through all that they went through, and the government and the city has to decide if that's what they want to do. So pretty much saying that Maryland and DC have to let them know what they want to do. And he spoke nothing of Virginia. He may have said the DMV. He may have said Virginia one time. But he really didn't speak anything of Virginia. Now, I might be reaching. I might be going a little too far in it. But at the end of the day, I didn't see him really say too much about Virginia. Which makes me feel like Virginia is the last state on his mind. Nothing against it. But honestly speaking, I don't want him to go to Virginia. We the Washington Redskins. I don't even like them being in Maryland. I mean, not that I don't like it. I don't even want them being in Maryland. We the Washington Commanders. We a Washington team. So I want to see the team back in DC. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I got a gut feeling that it will happen in time. But he said they ain't focused on that. What they focusing on is upgrading the facility and everything that we got going, and everything that we got going for us right now at this moment. So their main focus is upgrading the experience for the players at the training facility in Ashburn. In Virginia, and upgrading the stadium and the fan experience and all those sorts of things. So until that time comes, that's what they're going to be doing. Their main focus is working on what we got right in front of us. And I love to hear it. And he spoke so well. You wouldn't get that from Dan Snyder. I truly believe in Josh Hurst. So I know I'm just rambling right now because I don't want to be on here too long, but I'm just here to let you know that the Commander's name ain't coming back. It ain't even coming back. And if you want Myles Garrett, what are you willing to spend to get up the likes of a Myles Garrett? Put it in the comments. Leave it down in the comments, because I really want to know. Am I tripping? Because I said I'll give up a first this year, second next year, and a player. But in order to give up a player, the Browns got to want a player. So let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know, what will you be willing to spend for Myles Garrett? Top 3 pass rusher, defensive end in the league. He is him. He is him. But at the end of the day, the Commanders have other needs, and we have so much draft capital. So much cap space, money, salary cap money, and we have a lot of draft capital. We got 8 picks, I believe. And who's telling how many picks that we will accumulate over the draft? Because AP be working. But what you willing to spend? Drop it down in the comments. Make sure you like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that way you can get the alerts when I drop a new video. I'm going to keep you updated on Commanders, everything Commanders, as much as I possibly can. We got a lot going in the off season. I know the season is over, and we got the Super Bowl this weekend. So we're going to have a lot of videos coming up, a lot of content coming up on the team. This to keep y'all updated with the team and what's going on. I appreciate all my supporters. And like I always say before I get out of here, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.